And it is hashtag Morning Cafe, taking a look at the county diary. And right here with me is Sheila Chilenget. How are you?
Good morning, I'm good.
You're looking good today.
Thank you very much as well.
What is cooking today?
Today we have the CS Defense Aden Duale, Honorable Aden Duale, who will be before the Parliament Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations. What he is expected to talk about is the upsurge of terror-related attacks in the country over the past few months. What we see is that in areas like Lamu, there has a community where had terror attacks by Al-Shabaab, where about 5 people died because of that incident. As well, we've seen that our security officers, about 30 of them, have lost their lives as a reason to the terror attacks by the Al-Shabaab. And this resulted into the CS Interior, Kithure Kindiki, announcing that there will be a delay in the reopening of the Kenya-Somalia border. Just to remind you that the Kenya-Somalia border was closed in 2011 during the Operation Linda Nchi, which happened, it's now about how many years?
Since 2011?
Yes.
I'm not, okay, quick maths. All right, you.
Yes, so all those years, so it means that the trade between the two countries has been affected quite really. And so the reopening gave hope to traders in that area.
12 years later, actually.
Yes, 12 years later. So we would be expecting to know why has there been an increase of terror-related attacks over the past few months. And then, Kenya has really been a major stakeholder, a critical stakeholder in the fight against terror, especially in Somalia, the Al-Shabaab militants in Somalia. So what we see is that CS Aden Duale had hinted before that the two countries would actually come together and share intelligence as well as expertise to try and chase away these militants and deal with these militants. However, what we saw over the past few weeks is that there has been a delay, and so Kenyans are wondering, when will we get the light at the end of the tunnel, whereby the border is reopened and business continues as usual.
And hopefully these particular questions will be raised today. In the National Assembly. Away from that, out from matters security into matters health, there was actually a whole conference on the breastfeeding week yesterday. You can also tell us what was said, maybe the numbers if you have them, and also how big of a deal, by the way, is it that we're having the whole breastfeeding week from today all the way to the 7th?
Yes, it is World Breastfeeding Week, which begins today to the 7th of August. And this comes at a time where, as per the statutory requirements in Kenya, that, a person is entitled to a woman is entitled to a maternal leave, which the duration is about 3 months. But you find that now a baby needs to breastfeed exclusively for 6 months. Now, the theme of this event this year is that enabling breastfeeding, especially for working moms and professionals. So they have called on the media to shed more light on the importance of breastfeeding, because you see a baby needs to breastfeed for 6 months, because the milk in itself helps the baby to gain immunity and to be strong, because we see that the numbers say that once you breastfeed a baby, they would be preventing about 70% of some diseases. Therefore, it is important that they get breastfed. So this week is all about empowering, enforcing it, and having advocacy on the importance of breastfeeding. But
then on the flip side, I believe for some working moms and particular careers, it's really a daunting task for even to have even the maternal leaves for them, because wherever they work, they really need to be there 24/7.
Yes, absolutely. And that's why I think we need a lot of advocacy on why moms, at least let's have an increase, not the 3 months, at least 5 would be okay.
Five would be good.
Yes.
Speaking of time, by the way, into some politics now. The Kenya Kwanza teams, we are actually, yet to see the whole team. We did see Azimio la Umoja have their quote-unquote, dream team to have this particular talks and the negotiations, which will be, midwifed by former Nigerian President Olusegun. That word, that name is always a mouthful for me, so I'd prefer just to say Obasanjo. What do we expect?
From any moment now, we probably expect that the Kenya Kwanza team would unveil their dream team as well of who will be in those mediation talks. Because now we know that the Azimio already have released their list of names of whom will be in the table, sitting around the table together with the former Nigerian President Obasanjo. And therefore we are quite keen to know who will take part. And will we probably see a solution at the end of the day?
Okay.
Yes.
But because you're here, and I know you also, look at political stories here and there. Mm-hmm. If you're to have a list, your own Sheila Chelangat's list, who would you say would be on that?
I think you're quite literally throwing me under the bus. We would...
I apologize for that. Okay.
Not really. So moving on swiftly is that also we have the Shakahola update, whereby the exhumations have been going on for quite some time. And we expect to see that Paul Mackenzie will be arraigned in court today. And therefore it is there has been updates of that there are some freshly buried bodies that were exhumed from the Shakahola farm. Therefore, it would be quite an interesting story to look forward to on what are the numbers looking like as at now? How many are dead? What is the reason? What caused their deaths? So it is quite another story we are looking forward to have.
Right, even as the whole Senate ad hoc committee led by Danson Mangatana, Tana River Senator, it was still trying to probe this matter and what really happened in Kilifi. Asante sana, Sheila.
Thank you
for really keeping up to speed on what is happening. Hopefully we'll do this next time.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Away from matters, the studio and what is happening here, I want us to cross over to Bungoma, where very own Wanji Sostin is. Wanji Sostin, a very good morning to you. What is happening in Bungoma the first day of August, and happy new month to you.
Loud and clear from Bungoma town, where we are bringing to you live diary from Bungoma County. And a lot have been happening. Like yesterday at night, we received a report where a certain man in the name of a pastor is believed to have strangled his wife following issues, domestic issues. And actually, it is a report that we will be following up to bring to speed to our viewer what exactly happened yesterday at night. From here, of course, we will be confirming the report which we received yesterday at night. Apart from that, Lemke, as you all know, last few days, Nzoia Sugar Company, that is a factory mill for sugarcane, was closed down for 4 months to allow for sugarcane maturity. That's following the direction from Agriculture and Food Authority, that is AFA, that directed all sugarcane millers in the country to shut down to allow that space for maturity of sugarcane. And besides that, Limuke, earlier on, we talked to some of Bungoma County residents who are also farmers, and they had all different views following the closure of Nzoia Sugar Company. And also, remember last week we heard from the management that the government will be bringing in between 200 and 300 NYS, that is National Youth Service officers, who will be helping Nzoia Sugar Company in sugar plantation. Without saying much, let's listen to what they had to say.
Mimi kwa majina Moses Juma Sikuta. Leo ninafurahi kubwa kuona kwamba rais ameangalia mambo ya Nzoia Sugar Company, amejaribu kuamsha mambo ya Nzoia kwa sababu aka analeta tinga kutoka ATC, analeta wafanyakazi kutoka NYS kuja kupanda miwa, na tunasema kwamba wale wafanyakazi wa Nzoia Cooperate na wale watu wanakuja kutoka NYS wapande miwa na walinde hiyo kiwanda. Hiyo kiwanda isaidie wafanyakazi watu wa Bungoma na watu walime miwa, alafu hiyo factory ikuwe mzuri. Na kitu naomba tu wapunguze wizi. Wizi uko juu sana, corruption iko juu sana Nzoia. Vijana wetu wanafanya huko kazi. Hii mambo ya corruption wawacha nayo, sababu corruption imewalemea mpaka sasa hivi wanalielia kwa mtaro, wana pesa. Wapunguze corruption na wakuje chini, tupande miwa na wale watu rais amelete, na tuunge mkono na hii kiwanda itaamuka hapa 2024, tutaleta mashine mpya na mambo yatakuwa mzuri. Tunasema tuendelee pamoja na tushike kampuni vizuri, hiyo ni kampuni yetu.
Naitwa Juma Lubakaya, ni mkaazi wa Bungoma. Unajua nasikitika sana mimi, unajua kusikia kwamba kiwanda cha Nzoia kinakuja kufufuliwa, na ambapo sisi tunashindwa kabisa kama wakazi wa Nzoia. Juzi tumeona budget ambayo imekuwa ya waziri wa fedha. Waziri wa fedha juzi amesoma tu budget mzuri tu kabisa, wale watu wako na akili. Akasema ya kwamba hatukuona sukari ikiwa mahali popote kwa hiyo budget. So hii vitu ambazo sisi tunasikia wabunge ya Western Region na gavana na senator wanakuja kutuambia kwamba ati wanaleta mashini mpya. Mashini mpya inaletwa na serikali, inaletwa kwa budget gani? Kama wanataka kuuza kiwanda ya Nzoia, waseme tu ya kwamba ni shamba, wanataka shamba ya Nzoia vile walikuwa wanataka shamba ya Panipepa.
Sisi kiwanda cha Nzoia ndio uti wa mgongo wa kaunti yetu ya Bungoma. Na wakati tunasikia kwamba serikali imeketi chini, kama vile tumekuwa huko juzi Jumamosi, mimi nilikuwa huko pamoja na gavana, tulikuwa na mbunge wa Kandui, tukakuwa na senator na viongozi wengine, na tukapata ripoti kutoka kwa gavana kwamba serikali mara hii imetilia maanani kufufua kiwanda ya Nzoia. Tunasema hoke sana kwa hii serikali kama ni kweli itatufanyia hiyo. Na vile tumeambiwa kwamba kuna mikakati inawekwa ili miwa nyuklia yote ya Nzoia ilimwe na ipandwe miwa. Sisi tunasema kwamba ni heko kubwa, kwa sababu lazima hii kiwanda kifufuliwe, na hii shamba ambayo ya nyuklia ni kubwa sana. Ikilimwa hata Nzoia itakuwa inajitoleshelesha na miwa ile itahitaji kwa wakulima itakuwa ni kidogo. Kwa hivyo sisi tunaunga mkono hiyo utaratibu, na tunasema kwamba isiwe story kama vile imekuwa ikifanywa miaka hizo zingine. Iwe ati kiwanda ya Nzoia ndiye iwe watu wanapigia huko siasa.
Flora, let's to say that's all for now from Bungoma County. Back to you. My name is Wanji Sostin.
Thank you, Angie Sostin. Well, it's not Flora, it's Nyaringita. And from Bungoma County, let's cross over to County 001. Very own Paul Muniu, aka Abdallah, is. Abdallah, how is Mombasa looking like? How's the weather, by the way, there? And what are we expecting to see from County 001?
Well, thank you so much, Stanley. We are having a bright morning in Mombasa. And of course, it is 26 degrees Celsius. Let us call, get into the lift first to interview, and then we see what's happening. As I was saying, we are going to the 8th floor, Brian. At the 8th floor, we are having a bright morning. The temperatures have today lowered quite a little bit since we are experiencing a cloudy sky as for now in Mombasa. Since yesterday, we have been having a high precipitation, and we want to head over to the 10th floor and show you the skies. I'm not sure if it is opened. Let's get there. So I was saying the precipitation is at 19%, and we are experiencing a more cloudy sky as we speak right now. I'm not sure if that is gonna change as for now, but let me just update you on what we are expecting in the Mombasa County. We have a lot lined up for you, but what we put in front, or rather what we put as the center highlight of what we'll be having, is that we will be having the Chief Justice Martha Koome touring Mombasa County, and of course this is to preside over a groundbreaking ceremony of a GBV, or rather a sexual and gender-based violence. Let me just stand here so that you can be able to see the TV47 Pwani edition. So I was saying the Mombasa County government will be launching a resource and GBV protection center at Manguja Dispensary in Mwakirunge Center. And of course, the chief guest will be Martha Koome, who is the Chief Justice of the country. And of course, we have been experiencing so many cases of GBV cases, especially in the Mombasa County and in the coastal region. We are having, or rather in 2020, between 2020 and 2022, we experienced 1,275 sexual gender-based violence cases which were recorded. And as we do that, as I continue giving you more updates, I want us to go to the, how do we call this? The upper floor, the rooftop, right? Get to see the view of Mombasa County. And here we go. So as I was saying, is that in December 2022, that is last year, we experienced 18 cases of sexual and gender-based violence. And of course, that is a story that we'll be expecting the county leadership to speak about, and how they are trying to revert the gender-based violence cases in the region. Of course, this is one initiative which means and which shows that the county government is trying to do its best to be able to avert such cases. And of course, we also saw
Right, Abdallah Paul Munil, thank you for that, quite elaborate. I believe those are the TV47 Mombasa studios, which hopefully we really should travel there. Even as our director is saying, tunafaa tufanyie show moja kubwa huko. Really showing us...
Hope John is listening.
Really showing us, how Mombasa really looks like. Before that, we were taking a look at how Bungoma was and the county diary from everywhere, basically. And we'll also be updating you as the day progresses. But it's been an amazing one.
Yes, beautiful shots of the skyline of Mombasa. Yeah, you can, I'm sure if you hadn't seen it anywhere else, you wouldn't believe it. But yeah, at TV47, we give it to you the best way we know how. And
actually, now that you mentioned that, I believe now we do have, I believe it was some network issues there. But Abdallah, I hope that you're sorted now. How is the whole sky view looking like from where you are in Mombasa?
Sorry for that quite technical hitch. Haya ni mashida ambayo yana happen kila time, but we do apologize for that report. The city, the sun is shining. Of course, the cloudy sky has disappeared, and of course, apart from that, we are expecting to see, or rather to follow up on a story concerning the Shakahola massacre, whereby the victims and those who got arrested will be expected to appear before the Shanzu Law Courts today and get to hear what the judge has to say about that. Of course, we have seen them appear and reappear in the Shanzu Law Courts, and what the state says, or rather the intelligence says, is that they want more and additional days to be able to file their charges and of course complete with their investigations. And just to highlight and to point out is that today, being the 1st of August, up to the 7th of August, we will be celebrating the World Breastfeeding Week, which is set aside by the World Health Organization to encourage breastfeeding and improve the health of the babies around the world. So from this particular region and from the Pwani edition, we say that continue watching TV47, and of course we will be bringing this up to speed and much more. From this end, I wish you all the best. My name is Paul Munio, and from my camera person Brian Barasa, mwenye ananiambia nizunguke hivi vyote, we wish you a very good month and a good Tuesday.
Right, happy new month to you in the Mombasa edition, to you, Abdallah, and to Brayo Baraza. There you have it. I
You
feel like we
definitely
really
have a perfect picture of how Mombasa is this morning.
Yeah, the weather, the look.
You almost feel like you were there.
The fewer streets, the fewer people along the streets, of Mombasa, as compared to if we had a whole sky view of Nairobi.
Oh yeah, the difference is quite stark. Yeah. Well, this is where we wrap up today's edition of Morning Cafe. Remember something happening at State House, and that's the signing of performance contracts by cabinet secretaries being witnessed by the President, William Ruto. It is still going on at State House. And even as we wrap up, we will leave you with those pictures. Remember, our question today, do you believe the dialogue between Azimio and Kenya Kwanza will benefit you? You can continue with the conversation. It is online, on X, on text, and on Facebook. And until we meet again tomorrow, embrace life with open arms and make the most of every moment. My name is Freddie Ndimuli. Good morning.
And I'm yours truly, Stanley Nyeringit. It has been an amazing one to meet tomorrow for the midweek, the second day of August. And also stick around for the marketplace tomorrow, 9 p.m.
Of course, and definitely looking forward to a report from that performance contract signing. I hope to see the best performing CS as well as what they have specifically done in their docket. I'm Flora Limuke. Do have a lovely day, and of course,